Alright guys, welcome back. On the bench today we got a pair of Pentax Spotmatic SP2s, as you can see there. One of them's got this line going through the prism in the viewfinder, and that one's for a customer. This other one is a parts camera with a clean donor prism. So we're going to get started taking this apart. Key is just taking all these top pieces off, the shutter speed, the advance, and then you get the top plate and swap the prisms out. A lot of these old Pentax cameras are pretty universal. You can see right there we got the prism. Hello Nick, how are you? You say hello. Oh, you missed us. There he is. Hi, everyone. But a lot of these cameras are pretty similar with Pentax, especially based on these early Spotmatic designs. All you got to do is get the top three pieces off. I'm taking the film winder and the counter off. You got to be careful. There's a tiny screw that likes to strip and a lot of painful C-clamps. And as we get to the shutter speed dial, you can watch me make the classic mistake right about there. It is, yep. That is all under spring tension, and luckily I was able to catch it in my legs there. That is a pain to get on and off, frankly. Rewind knob's pretty easy, just comes right off, and then you just unscrew the top plate as I'm doing here. This pair of cameras, one of them is for a customer who bought the camera and wanted the prism swapped out because it did have that damage, and the other camera will be going up for sale here at the Camera Center of York, so feel free to take a look there, reach out if you're interested in picking up one of these cameras that I'm showing here. Getting the prism in, there it is. The biggest pain in doing these is these little springs that hold the prism in place. I think I spent more time on this repair doing that than just about anything else this time around. And normally I spend more time picking up little screws and such. So that's really saying something. Gonna get the camera back together here. Doesn't matter which order you take it apart or put it together as long as you're getting those top pieces off and then the top plate. But I'm going back the way I went. Getting the rewind knob back on here. Getting the shutter speed dial in, and like I said, it's spring loaded and it's keyed, so that's a real pain. Getting the counter in and the little window that covers it with the winder. And a big thing is making sure that these things all feel good, they're properly tensioned. You can over tighten things pretty easily. Now we're getting over to this fun piece of machinery. This light is used for testing the meter, set at 1/60th of a second and f11 with a 50mm lens. And I forgot to set it to 100 ISO. But when set properly, you'll see a good meter reading, and you'll know that the cameras are working. Put both of these cameras through it, and they both showed measurable, good results. But then we get to go to my favorite machine, which is the shutter speed tester. This is a lot of fun. You get to go through all the shutter speeds and see. I was really impressed by these cameras, actually. It'll flash for a quick second here. Both these cameras held really good speeds. Shows why people love shooting Spotmatics. Yeah, fun little project. Getting these cameras all tested and working, and looking good for the new owners and future. Stay tuned for some more repair videos coming up.